a journey of home renovation and maintenance. Welcome to Maintaining 18. The repair begins with the removal of a toilet. This is not always easy. In this case, it was difficult. When the nut was spun, the entire bolt spun. Some imagination was required. Two bolts hold the toilet down. They both fight or they both quit easily. After wrestling with the nut for some time with hand tools, power tools were used. The multi-tool did not make it any easier. Maybe a grinder would have helped. However, an unlikely thing happened. Very unlikely thing. Thinking the blade was dull and switching to a wider blade and then trying to cut the bolt, the nut became loosed because of the vibration. That was surprising. The other bolt was no easier, and alas, difficulty overcome, and it's time to remove the throne. There's no spill, yet the bowl is not empty. More on this later. There's a little trick to this. Disinfectant was used liberally. After removing the wax ring and cleaning up a little bit, there was this extension that had to be removed. The condition of the flange needs to be assessed. It's covered with wax. Some time was spent cleaning, and this is one of those moments that can be described as being carried away. It's a good clean, proud is one.
Say it loud.
This next step is critical to prevent the rocking. It's the installation of the bolts. Notice that the bolts are being secured to the flange. The wax ring only comes with 2 nuts, but 4 is needed. 2 to secure the bolts to the flange, and then 2 to secure the toilet to the bolts. 2 nuts are being reused. The other 2 nuts came with the wax ring. This is an extra step, one of 3. Flanges decay. Such maintenance is to be avoided. Spraying the flange with a sealer. The toilet was lifted and there was no mess. This is the reason why. OT Liquilock. Pour it in the toilet, allow it to set, and then remove the toilet. The toilet was tilted for inspection, specifically looking for wax which could interfere with the installation. In retrospect, this could have been determined by inspecting the wax ring. There was not much buildup of wax. What was present was easily cleaned off. Tilting the toilet did allow a spill, which was also easily cleaned up. The toilet is now ready for installation. The next step was to install the wax ring with the blue extension. Skipping ahead to after the installation of the toilet. To prevent rocking, shims are installed. Plastic shims in this case that will not rot or deteriorate. The shims typically will be extended beyond what's necessary, and so they have to be removed with either a utility knife. Here, a chisel and a mallet is being used to remove the excess from the shim. Multiple shims may be necessary. Test the toilet by rocking it by hand. Notice no level was used in the whole process. Caulking is also critical. The bolts have been secured to the flange. The toilet has now been secured to the bolts. This does not prevent the toilet from shifting left to right. An adhesive sealant will ensure that the toilet does not move 1 iota. Adhesive sealants are not easy to clean even with water. Bordering the area off with tape, avoiding to clean in the first place, is the better idea. The sealant is applied all around the toilet. If there are any leaks, it will be detected in other ways. Very noticeable ways. And with that, this presentation comes to an end. The throne is steady, rule for 1,000 years. One more thing, a thread locker was used to ensure the bolts do not come loose. Yes, this can be attributed to being carried away. It has been almost a year since the maintenance and before episode 17. There has not been an uprising against the throne. That is, the toilet is stable and is not rocking. The flush mechanism did fail and maintained. The channel published videos about home maintenance and renovation of a 1958 built home. There will be issues, and knowing ahead of time how to resolve them gives a great advantage. Toilet issues will come up, even with newly installed toilets. Please become a regular viewer by subscribing. Encouragement fuels channel growth. A value to subscribers is the outcome of maintenance is revealed. The video on flickering lights is a testament. Subscribe, hit that like button, comment. The day is won.
Mommy said come off the throne, the dinner is ready.